This is a podcast about networking. Networking is the ability to communicate and establish relationships to help you and others progress in their future endeavors. In light of the world changing right in front of our eyes, it's very important, now more than ever, to learn and master the skill of networking. It used to just be about physical networking, but with social media now being a part of our daily lives, the ability to share dialogue has shifted from face to face to screen to screen. Today, more people are becoming more social on social media and missing the tools of how to be social in real life. In order to establish your network, you have to learn how to communicate both on and off the screen. Creating and maintaining your network is the key to unlocking your potential within yourself and opens the door to the endless possibilities of a successful future. This podcast teaches you how to establish your network and how to maintain relationships on and off your screen. Hey, nice to meet you. The Networking Podcast, hosted by Desiree Jones. It's a pleasure to meet you. Talk soon. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Desiree Jones, or Des for short, and welcome to Hey, nice to meet you, the Networking Podcast. This is a podcast that teaches you how to communicate, establish your network, and maintain relationships both on and off your screen. And today's topic is, hey, I'm burnt out. Yes. While it's great to connect with others, setting boundaries and spending time alone is just as important. If you find yourself feeling mentally exhausted, overwhelmed, irritated, or not in the mood to talk, you're probably burnt out. Today, we'll discuss how to deal with it. Before we get more into the topic, let's get into the book of the day. So, of course, reading is fundamental, and it's very important to continue to make it a habit. If you prefer audiobooks, that's totally fine, but something about the touch of a book, and the flip of a page just brings solitude to the mind. So with that, today's book I'd like to shout out is, drumroll. Mindset. It's not mindset 3 times, but the book is called Mindset by Dr. Carol S. Dweck. This is a great book that talks about how people differ and how your mindset can help shape the direction of success. The book goes into depth about the differences between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset is set in their ways, not open to the new, and may seem more pessimistic and stagnant with the way they see the world and their life. A person with a growth mindset is more of an optimist, doesn't let setbacks slow them down, and is always learning even when they may fail. In the last podcast episode, Hey, I'm Broke, that was the title. I talked about several obstacles I had to overcome in my gap years. Again, graduated and broke. I had a growth mindset during that time of my journey. I made mistakes, and I definitely felt depressed, but I persisted to get to my goals and learn a lot along the way. I still have a growth mindset, but I also do have some fixed mindset tendencies, like this book taught me a lot about myself and how my mind comprehends certain experiences. This book is for anyone and everyone. The book is called Mindset by Carol Dweck. A great read. A great read. So now let's get into the topic. Hey, I'm burnt out. So what exactly is burnout? Let's talk about it. Burnout is that feeling you get when you start to show signs of just physical, mental, and or emotional exhaustion as a result of stress related to an environment or a situation you may be in. When I'm burned out, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to be to myself alone in silence. Burnout happens when you exert so much energy from yourself, you become empty. And when you hang out with people, you turn up with people, have conversations with people, that's your energy being put out into a world and received by people you connect with. Over time, though, it can take a toll. So what do you do if you feel like you're burnt out? You rest, you recharge, and you relax. Take all the time you need until you feel comfortable going out again. So now let's get into a topic I like to call Then It All Went Left. For those that may be new to this podcast, this is a segment where I talk about a situation that went totally terrible, but led to the right path. Sometimes you gotta go left to go right. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. So while I was in college, I started my first business, Promo Jones. This was a video editing business I had to help edit videos for small businesses and different projects while I was in school. So let's get into it. While I was in college, I started my first business, Promo Jones. This was a video editing business I had to help edit videos for small businesses and different projects while I was in school. I started in 2017 and have been doing it ever since. But here's the thing. Having your own business and being an entrepreneur is not easy. I spent my time in college focusing on my business and missed out on a lot of things I could have been more involved in. It required a lot of sacrifice and money. And because of video editing, it's not a product, it's a service. So I was constantly putting energy in toward everything and everything that had to do with the business. It definitely helped me to get to where I am. And of course, it's what led me into the chapter that I'm talking about networking. It literally led me into this chapter in my life. Because while I was in business, I saw firsthand how people operate when it comes to networking and how terrible people are at it. And this isn't just students. These are grown professionals who lack people skills and following up. I spent 5 years, so 2 of them in college and 3 of them after graduating, networking, connecting, and building a business all by myself. And I am now burnt out. Yes, I've had days when I would stay up 72 hours nonstop, just finishing work and making contracts and creating social media content and just pushing myself nonstop. It was a lot. It was a lot. So now I've decided to take a step back to pour into myself. I have. So what did I learn from this? Well, to be transparent with you, it's hard. It is. It's hard to focus on you when you've spent so much time catering and serving everyone else. It's definitely been an adjustment, and there's so many things I really planned on pushing this year, but I just had to stop for the sake of my physical and mental health. As a person that gives a lot, I think it's okay to be selfish and take seasons to give to you. I told myself once I got this full-time role that this would be the season of Des. The season to just live, enjoy life, and have fun. So I told myself I will be stress-free and will work on pouring into myself more and more because I need to every day. One of the ways I've been working through my 5-year burnout is with yoga. The time I started, the first time I started, I honestly cried. Yeah, I cried. Why? Why'd you cry? Well, it was a release. I didn't even realize my body had gone through so much during that time until I was, all I could do was really just hug myself at the end. And, I never paid attention to my body as much as I do now. And I'm starting to heal internally. It's been a beautiful journey so far, but I try to take everything one day at a time. The only person I'm competing with is me. So I don't need to rush. I need to relax. And that's what I've been doing. And I love it here. I really do. So yeah, recent grad. I was trying to be a business owner, all this stuff while I was in college, which, it's possible. But when you're a recent grad and you have a business and you don't know where your life is headed, but you just kind of want to put stuff out there, it's not just social media. It's not just about social media. It's not just about just putting your name out there. Starting a business in general is a lot. It is a lot. And as an entrepreneur, it does take a lot. It takes systems, it takes a lot. And, I learned a lot in my entrepreneurship journey, but at this moment in time, at this moment in my life, I am chilling. I'm good. I don't feel the need to do a business type of idea right now. That's not That's not in the plan at this very moment. So I'm relaxing because I'm burnt out. Like, I am burnt out too much. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I gotta chill. So that's how I've been doing. So now let's get into the 100 commandments of confidence. 100 commandments of confidence. I do this because, while it's important to network, it's also important to be confident in yourself while you network. So today's 100 commandment of confidence is, thou shalt think before you speak. Sometimes the best response is no response. Sometimes a response is necessary, but the time at which you decide to respond don't have to be right off the dome. What we instantly think is a great response may need to be reconsidered or thought out. Confidence is less about speaking instantly, but more about speaking wisely. Thinking before you speak can save you from potentially saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, or it can save you, just from saying the right thing that could be interpreted the wrong way. Bottom line, think before you speak. Okay? Now let's get into the follow-up hack. Follow-up hack for today is to reconfirm. Do you have any meetings coming up? Reconfirm those meetings. This could be a job interview, a date, a dinner. Reconfirm to make sure both parties are ready to connect. Follow-up hack for today, reconfirm. So that's it. That's all we got for today for this episode. I'm Desiree Jones, or Des for short. You can follow me at The Book of Des on IG, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as LinkedIn and YouTube. Thank you again for tuning into Hey, Nice to Meet You, the Networking Podcast. This episode was Hey, I'm burnt out. I hope these takeaways in this episode take you to greatness. Have a great day and shine bright. Bye.